Good day and welcome back to the Dr. Joe Show. I'm Joe, and today I am more excited than a monkey with a banana to be here as usual because today we are doing the first new Collector's Edition episode since the second season of our little show here got off the ground. And I know that these episodes aren't the most popular in the series. There are things people would probably rather see, like cigar reviews and stuff like that, but there are those of us out there who are completely obsessed with this type of stuff, so I am not going to quit these episodes. Whoever wants to watch them can watch them. Whoever doesn't, there will be plenty of other stuff coming up. Today we're going to look at what is officially one of the rarest jar release on the market today. There's a bit of a backstory to this whole thing, but we will get into that later. First, we're going to take a look at the package and see how it came to us, because eventually I might reveal the vendor as a source, but I'm not going to do that yet because this really was done so far as what I consider a favor to me. It is my first time ordering from this vendor. As far as I know, they have a very, very, very good reputation. But, you know, with respect to what they do, I don't want to compromise anybody or anything or anyone's business. So I will wait on that, and I'll ask them later if they do want to be mentioned. Okay. So here we are with our package. I've used up a ton of Post-its to cover up everybody's identity for now, as mentioned, including my own, to prevent unwanted visits from the paparazzi. And what I have in front of me is one of the most well-packed packages I've ever gotten as far as jars are concerned. It's wrapped in paper, it's very tight, everything seems secure, taped everywhere, no holes. There's a little bit of a punch down here, but it doesn't go through the box at all. I would say that this was handled very, very carefully, as it should have been. One thing I didn't mention was, and I'll stick my face over here and say it, this cost me $115 in shipping. One of the reasons I was deterred from using this site had nothing to do with really anything except for prices. Prices are more expensive than a lot of other places, and shipping prices, especially for jars, are extremely expensive. Cost me $115 in shipping. It cost me a little more because I wanted to have the cigars shipped separately, and I gotta say, you know, that's a lot of money to have anything shipped. Now look, okay, yes, international, yes, express. It was also one of the fastest packages I received. Payment went through Monday, package received on Friday. So that's very fast. But wow, that's a lot. So regular cigars would probably cost half that. I think they cost about $30 in shipping. You know, so. And I don't know, orders over a certain amount of money are free, except jars are not because of the prices, yet I had to pay extra to have them shipped separate. So I got no discounts as far as that's concerned. You gotta do what you gotta do. It was the only place I could get this particular item. Okay, couple of things I want to point out to have on record for myself also is two things. Number one, not that it's really bad, but you know, the United States Customs Office is celebrating over 50 to 60 years of confiscating Cuban cigars. You know, so they are not new at this. They're not stupid either. And putting LCDH on this package is probably not the most intelligent thing you could do. I personally wouldn't do it. I mean, you have guys who've been doing this for a long time, and they know what LCDH is. It could be something else, but it could be what it is. So I would avoid doing that, you know. Just not a great idea. Second thing is, and this, when I got this package, this made my heart leap. And I'm going to go over there and zoom in on this. Now, I'm sure this is for protection purposes as far as who the person is, you know, why the person is shipping this, so they can kind of get out of it should anything go wrong. But you can see the message right there. 1, damaged jar, returned, repaired. I'm pretty sure that this is because, you know, it shouldn't be shipped or whatever, and they don't want to be involved. But that's not, that's like a bad joke. I mean, it's the only, this is I've had quite a few of these shipped, and this is not exactly the most favored message I could see on here. Anyway, that being said, let's get to the opening and pray to God that what we have is not a broken jar or a previously repaired jar. Speaking of broken jars and previously repaired jars, another bad joke is the day before I got this package with this note about being a damaged jar, I got an email from someone who's been looking at my show, and we've been talking back and forth, and they know where I got this from because they get some of their stuff from there. And they told me that they received a Gloria Cubana jar from the same source, and the lid was shattered. And apparently, the company refused to do anything about it. Now, I don't know what my options are exactly, but if I got a jar, especially paying this much for it, and anything was broken, it just would not be a pretty scene. It just would not. I don't know if I could change it. I don't know if I can get my money back. Thank God it's never happened to me. What I do know is there would be an episode about people not, you know, being ethical as far as business practices are concerned. So with all that being said, and all fingers crossed, let's get to the opening. I'm just going to sit right here and open it. And, oh boy, where should I even start? Where should I start? I think there seems to be a seam over here. Let's get in there. And when I'm cutting, I want to see exactly what I'm cutting here also. So we got all that off, and as neatly as I could, so that way, God forbid, and we end up with a box like so. You know, be careful when opening with the scissor because you don't know. Now, another thing is this seems a little small to, I'm really hoping he didn't not mail me the box as well. I really freaking hate when they do that, and I will be contacting them if he didn't and saying, dude, I paid $115 in shipping. I really want my box. So they're not going to get away with that, I tell you. Okay, the box is there, thank God. I received a lot of jar packages, and this one just seemed, when I looked through here, I was looking and peeking and poking, and I didn't see the box, but it's there. So here we go. I'm sure some of you have guessed what it is. Some of you have not. Okay, this is now a peanut-free zone. And yep, they did a great job of packing. I mean, you know, peanuts everywhere, good amount of bubble wrap on the outside of the box. I'm gonna open her up, and here she is. Oh man, this is exciting. My freaking heart is racing because we're almost there. We're almost there to the point where, did she make it in one piece? La Escepcion. Here might be a good point before we open the jar to just do a little bit of brand history.